I don't know if you followed this. I've got a video coming out on it today. Very disappointing stuff. Very, very disappointing, in my opinion. So this dovetails into my news agency getting locked yesterday. So I noticed yesterday that there was a huge ban wave across Twitter. I don't know when exactly all these people were banned, but there were a lot of people talking about, oh, hey, Gavin got banned, or this person got banned, that person got banned, all this kind of stuff. And then I noticed that Elon quietly brought back suspensions, handing out a 6-month suspension to a particular user who I think is on the very spicy variety. Which
user?
I can't remember his name. Lucas Gage, I think. He had made comments about the group of people you can't make comments about, and made some, I guess, there was some
Freemasons.
Yes, that's the one. But so I'm like, what's going on with Twitter, right? So then the Publica, which is my news outlet, like quietly I've built up. Sydney Watson and I started it 2 years ago. We have a dozen journalists all over the world now. We have people on the ground in the UK, Canada, the United States. We have, people doing stuff in Portland, getting like actual hard hitting, breaking actual stories. And our account got locked yesterday. I'm like, what the heck's going on? Well, we had reported on 2 Afghan migrants doing, again, the unauthorized entry. And, our account was locked. Sydney Watson's account got locked. Any account that shared the article got locked. I'm like, what's going on? Begging Elon, blah, 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 blah. Well, July 1st, we're excited to announce that X has reinstated a relationship with the WFA marketers, Global Alliance for Responsible Media. The acronym is GARM. Yeah, as of today, X is included as a member of GARM here, which we can now see. Oh, GARM, that sounds cool. Let's see. Yeah, what does GARM
basically
do?
A bunch of fucking Nazis.
Yeah. So
yeah, by the way, leftoids, these are the actual Nazis, like the ones that do actual Nazi stuff. It's not actually people that have opinions that you disagree with. It's people that are preventing you from having opinions at all.
This is what GARM actually combats. With nearly 3.8 billion people online, the world is increasingly connected, and yet the increase in dangerous, hateful. Again, this is X signed up for this. Okay. Disruptive and fake content. This is on, by the way, people can read this online on the World Economic Forum website. Okay. Disruptive fake content online threatening our global community. Members of the Global Alliance for Responsible Media, GARM, recognize the role that advertisers can play. So now we know, this is about controlling the flow of advertising dollars, not using the wrong word.
Basically the same thing as like Mothers Against Everything back in 2000 or something like that.
Yeah. It's
Mothers Against All Fun.
Yeah. They say
or MAF.
Together they are collaborating with publishers and platforms, just like Media Matters on steroids, to do more to address harmful, misleading media environments and to develop and deliver against a concrete set of actions, process, and protocols for protecting brands. The project focus is on addressing the following things. Hate speech.
You do realize that they just have a tell there. Protecting brands. This is mafioso tactics.
Yes, it is.
Well, it'd be a shame if your brand were to have a problem now, wouldn't it? We could take care of that for you, but you're gonna have to do what we fucking tell you, bitch.
Yeah. See, that's a nice stock market day you had today. Twirls mustache.
We can have a guy out front of your store. We make sure that it don't burn down.
Yeah,
of course, if they don't pay us, then it will burn down. But
fires happen all the time, Styx.
I know, but everything's flammable. In concrete sometimes.
Yeah. So what their focus is: hate speech, bullying, disinformation,
Whatever
And
that
then way
means.
down on the bottom of the list is child exploitation, which, okay, fine.
Everyone believes in that.
Yeah, that they just throw that in. What it's really about is hate speech, bullying, and disinformation, or information
Yeah,
that
they'll always put child exploitation because everyone agrees on that. And so it's sort of the same thing like the Think of the Children rallying call. And I've noticed that that is always put into these fucking sites. Okay, what are you doing against child exploitation? What the fuck?
yeah, nothing.
How is this doing anything about, trafficking 12-year-olds or something like that? It just has to do with censoring people.
And what I think is funny is if you look,
But
okay,
if a boomer sees that, they think that it's wonderful.
it is the literal flagship product
How lovely.
of the World Economic Forum. That is their own words, and Twitter joined it 5 days ago. Here,
We'll
about
see.
GARM.
We'll see if the hope is that Elon is just joining back up with this on under pressure, and he's going to troll them or something like that. If he does that, it'll be legendary.
That's the cope. Yeah, I agree. But you see this GARM, which again, just to remind people, Twitter just X, the free speech platform, 5 days ago just celebrated rejoining. GARM was launched at Cannes the summer of 2019 and has been working hard to highlight the changes needed for advertisers to feel more confident about advertising on social media. As of November 2019, GARM is a flagship project of the World Economic Forum for shaping the future of media, entertainment, and culture. This is literally the what
1984 shit.
Yeah. What is he thinking?
Keep in mind, one of their pitches is that they're trying to keep kids safe. Okay, that's fine. But then in their own pitch, in their own 3 or 4 sentence pitch, they're mentioning advertising. And that's what they're talking about.
That's what this is really about.
They're really interested about the kids. They care about them so much.
Yeah, you're 100%.
We can make 20% more money if we just prostitute them out.
Yeah.
Well, then we're no longer against trafficking children. Jesus.
Yeah,
guarantee they would traffic children them fucking selves if they could make more money doing so.
Yeah. And then, so 5 days after this, the Publica gets locked for sharing a story about migrants' unauthorized access into a 13-year-old. Elon himself said, "Oh, well, my understanding is the Publica shared a video of the act." I'm like, "What? No, he didn't." And like, also, we used an image that was
if somebody did share even a still from a video from such an act, then it would be illegal. It would be against TOS. That would make sense, but doubtful.
Yeah, we used the same image they used in the Swedish newspaper that reported on it. The Swedish newspaper did not blur it, but we did blur it on top of that.
You're not allowed to do that though, because you're not a Swedish newspaper and you're not woke enough.
Yeah,
you're a sinner.
Yeah,
shame.
So I will say, as of right now, the Public has refused to delete that article. Our account remains, as far as I know, blocked. Sydney Watson remains locked. Sarah Fields was suspended, only reinstated because we stomped our feet enough that, you know how Elon has his little buddies, right? Like, I'm not throwing any shade at any of these people, but there's about 4 or 5 people that Elon responds to,
Yeah.
Ashley
He
St.
responded
Clair.
to me one time, but it was a critical response. So that means I'm probably on the chopping block at some point.
Yeah, if you ever criticize him, he stops replying to you. But like, Ashley St. Clair, he replies to all the time. Ian Miles Chungus for some reason. So the only reason we got Sarah reinstated is because Ashley St. Clair, just an e-girl. She doesn't work for Twitter. She's not a journalist. She's just some e-personality. And Elon's got some crush on her or something. That's the only reason. That's the only reason.
He has a crush on basically every younger woman.
Yeah.
Just saying he seems like a bit of a horn dog. I'm not throwing shade at him. That's perfectly fine. You're a man. You do what a man's got to do. But, I mean, you did knock up Grimes, so.
Yeah, twice. And then like, so anyway, I'll take this opportunity to, I haven't shouted it out before, but
Jamal says, I would smash Ashley. Goodness.
well, I mean, I think she's a single mom. I think she's available. But if you haven't yet,
this has gone off the rails at this
yeah. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the public on Rumble. We're not going to publish our stuff on X anymore. X apparently, now I understand that the system, might have falsely flagged it, the image or whatever, but this
is it potentially illegal?
Not the content that we posted, no.
Can you send it to me and let me see it and see if it would maybe trigger the algorithm?
I'll show it on stream. I'm not worried about it.
Okay, I would be careful if it's a YouTube fucking stream.
Yeah, that's right.
No, don't do that because they're even more anally retentive than Twitter.
I'll send it to you in the Streamlab DMs. Or the private messages in Streamlab. The picture itself could absolutely have triggered the algorithm.
That's the problem. If it's using AI in any sense, even if it's completely blurred out, so there's no nudity, there's no shenanigans at all, it could still trigger it. That's the problem.
Here in the private chat, you can. By the way, if you're watching, you can go to the Publica's Twitter feed and see it for yourself.
Let me see it. We
refuse to delete it. But yeah, if you haven't, allow me a second to shill for the Publica's Rumble channel.
That's not anything close to lewd.
I know, and
there's no nudity in there.
It's totally a fine image. And then again, one of our journalists got suspended permanently, and everyone who posted that article got locked. That's why I'm like, well, we have to rely on Rumble.
There's not even any PG content in there.
Nope. So rumble.com, if you just search up The Publica, one word, or if you look in chat later, please do follow us on Rumble.
That's bizarre that they would. That's bizarre that they would block you out because of that.
Dude, if I go into any trending hashtag, I can see somebody putting a butt plug in. Okay, uncensored. That's on Twitter.
Oh yeah, no, I know. If you get more than 100 bits of engagement on a post, you're guaranteed to get a porn bot at some point.